Hello everyone, I'm Claire, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying some outfit formulas / outfit recipes suggested in a beepworld video. Liz from the beepworld channel is one of my favorite thrifting, crafting, fashion YouTubers, so I thought it would be fun to do a video inspired by one of hers. Now I do want to acknowledge, a lot of you are probably used to me talking about nail polish. I've only made one other clothing video at this point, but it was always my intention to talk about a variety of topics on this channel. I just find that the nail polish stuff tends to be more time sensitive, like with talking about new collections, so that has taken priority up to this point. And I understand if you're just here for the nail polish and don't want to see this type of video, but hopefully there are some people who like the thrifting and fashion stuff as well. Also, I'm trying a new filming spot today. The room where I usually film gets pretty warm in the spring and summer, so I'm trying this for now, but I'll see how I feel about it. Let me know what you think. But getting back to the topic, beepworld periodically does these videos where she shows a variety of ways to combine a set of clothing pieces, basics that a lot of people would have, in ways that are fairly simple but maybe not the most common or obvious. And in the most recent iteration, two of the pieces she used were a graphic t-shirt and a vest, and those aren't clothing items that I tend to wear a lot, but I recently thrifted one of each, so I thought that following her ideas could be a good way to figure out how to style them. So let's get into it. I'll start by showing you the individual pieces, and then we'll get into the outfits. So first is the t-shirt, or in this case, a bee-shirt. It's kind of a khaki color and says "Give bees a chance" around this big bee illustration. It might sound weird to say that I don't really wear t-shirts, since they're a staple for a lot of people, and I do sometimes wear plain ones, which I could technically have used for this video, but when I think t-shirt, my first thought is graphic t-shirts, and I hardly ever wear those, because my main experience with them is just the basic unisex ones that are all the same couple brands and just have different stuff printed on them. And I don't find those very comfortable or flattering. I don't like how the collar is always touching my neck and how the fabric is kind of stiff and they're an awkward length. So my casual base layer of choice is usually a tank top, since those just work better for me. But I came across this t-shirt in a Goodwill the other day, and it's not the standard kind. The fabric is really soft, it has kind of a boxy, slightly cropped fit. There's a stitching detail on the side, which is fun. So I thought it would be good for low effort, lounging around kind of days, but also that I could maybe try styling it more intentionally. Plus, I'm pretty sure that beepworld mentioned bee-themed clothing items in another one of her videos this year, like outdated trends she still likes or something, so it also feels fitting for that reason. The next piece is pants. I decided to go with these brown wide leg pants that you might have seen in my thread up haul video. I mostly chose these because they're my most lightweight pants, so good for spring and warmer weather. Plus they're very neutral, so they should work with the other pieces. Then she used a cardigan. I'm going with this green, oversized cable knit one, which is probably my most worn cardigan. I stole it from my partner a while ago, but I don't feel too bad about that since he didn't really wear it, and he could always steal it back if he wanted. And I just thought, since I'm styling some less familiar pieces, it would be good to have something that I know I like in a lot of outfits. Next is a button-up shirt. There's a couple that I could have gone with, but I chose this cropped blue and white plaid flannel shirt that I got on clearance from Madewell a couple years ago. It's not the button-up that I wear most often, but the one that I usually wear is pretty oversized and I only use it as an outer layer, so I think that this one will work better for the various outfits that Liz put together. Then we've got a skirt. Liz didn't specify length, but she did use a longer one, and that's mostly what I have anyway. There's a bunch of them behind me right now. Out of all my options, I went with this dark blue and brown floral one that I thrifted. It's a good lightweight option for this season, and I think the colors work with the other pieces that I'm using. Next thing is a sleeveless dress. I only really had one option for this category, this denim dress that's also from my thread up haul video. Technically, I also have a sleeveless bodycon dress, but that one's not very conducive to the kind of layering that we'll be doing, so it doesn't really count. My dress is pretty different from the one in the video. Hers was short and lightweight and plaid, but I think mine will still work. Now we've got another one of the pieces that are new to my closet. It's this green vest that I got during the same thrift trip as the t-shirt. Liz does a lot with vests, but I really don't. I have like one sweater vest and that's it. So I'm not totally sure about this piece. I don't know if anyone else can relate to buying things at the thrift store just because they're unusual or special or interesting and not because they'll fit seamlessly into your closet, but that's what happened with this one. It's kind of like a fisherman's vest with all the pockets and the zip up the front, but it doesn't seem like it's actually made for wearing while you fish, if that makes sense. To me, it doesn't seem like legitimately outdoorsy, more like it's just imitating that style. So I was like, this is cool, I can make it work, right? Remains to be seen, I guess. I can either wear it open or zipped part way. I can technically zip it all the way, but then I look and feel a little bit squished, which is not really what I'm going for. And the last thing I need is a cute top, basically just something that has a little more going on than a basic t-shirt or a tank top. And I went with another piece that I wear quite a bit, this tan crop top with puffy sleeves and a floral print. I got it from American Eagle a few years ago. It really works in a lot of outfits since it's a neutral color and the pattern is pretty subtle, so I thought it would work well for this situation. So now that we've got our pieces, it's time to start putting them together. Liz went over 14 formulas/recipes, 5 that start with the t-shirt, 4 that start with the button-up, and 5 that start with the cute top. So I'll be trying all of them on. I mean, technically I already tried them on, I filmed that part first, and then saying how I feel about them. They all worked in the beepworld video, but that doesn't mean they'll all work for me and the clothes that I have. And I'll be giving them each a score out of 3. 1 point if I like how the outfit looks as is, 1 point if I could actually see myself wearing it, because even if I like how it looks, there might be a reason why I wouldn't actually want to have it on for a day, and 1 point if I would try the formula again with other pieces. So we're starting simple with just combining 2 of the pieces, the t-shirt and the skirt. I think Liz mentioned that people often think they need to pair a skirt with something dressier, but I do agree that they can be paired with something casual. Skirts have become more and more of a casual, everyday kind of thing for me over the years, but I'm not used to pairing them with graphic tees because, like I said, I didn't have any that I liked before. And now that I'm trying it, I'm not totally sure how I feel about it yet. It's definitely comfortable, feels very relaxed and flowy, but I am used to outfits that have some sort of definition at the waist or are a little bit more tight-fitting somewhere. I can technically tuck the shirt in to create a little bit more definition, but there's just a lot of fabric, so I don't love how that looks either. I think I'm probably happiest with something in the middle, like a French tuck, but I'm not opposed to trying to get used to wearing it totally untucked. I just need to get past the idea that outfits always have to have a flattering shape. So overall, do I like how it looks? It's okay, I like certain versions of it. Would I wear it? Yeah, I think so. I would at least try it and see how I feel having it on for a day. And would I try it with other pieces? Yeah, I do like the idea of it, so if I end up with more t-shirts that I like, I would definitely try wearing them with skirts, or I might try this shirt with other skirts. So it scores a 2.5 out of 3. Slightly more complex is the t-shirt pants cardigan combo. To me, it feels pretty casual, but more intentional than like t-shirt and hoodie or t-shirt and flannel. And I enjoy this combo a lot. It feels very relaxed, good for if I ever want to feel like I'm wearing pajamas, but look at least a little bit put together. And I do feel like there's a little more shape to it than the last pairing had, with the pants being a little bit more streamlined than the skirt, and the cardigan giving some variation in length. Plus, with the color palette and everything, this outfit feels very frog and toad coated, which is a nice bonus. So this one scores 3 out of 3. I like how it looks, I would wear it, and I would also try it with different combinations of clothing. Now we're doing the t-shirt under the sleeveless dress. I do always layer something under this dress because it's pretty open at the sides, so this combo doesn't feel too unexpected for me. And I think the t-shirt ends up working just as well as the other things that I've worn with this dress. Luckily, there's enough room in the dress that even though the shirt is kind of loose, it's not too bulky. And part of the graphic still shows, which is fun, especially because you can't see all of the text, so it just says, "Give bees." Love the ambiguity. Are we giving something to the bees? Are we giving the bees to someone? Does that someone want bees? You'll never know unless you see me wear the shirt with something else. But yeah, another good outfit. I like how it looks, very cute and casual. I would wear it, and I would try other versions of it. 3 out of 3. Bringing the skirt back now. This is like the first formula, but with a vest on top to add a little bit more dimension. So it's the first vest outfit. We get to see how the vest works. And unfortunately, I don't think it really works in this case. Part of it is that I think the combo of this particular vest and shirt is giving camp counselor or park ranger, which is fine, but doesn't really feel like me. And then also, this vest doesn't have a lot of extra room, which is a bit of a problem with an oversized shirt. Whether I wear it open or zip it part way, there's just a lot of fabric happening. And I don't think the skirt is really doing anything for it either. I don't know, just not feeling great to me. So how does this score? Do I like how it looks? Not really. Not that I would think it looked bad if I saw someone else wearing it, but I'm seeing it on myself and just not enjoying it. So would I wear it? No. But would I try it with other pieces? Yes. I don't have a problem with the concept, it's just these particular pieces that don't work together. So it's a 1 out of 3. And now the pants come back with the t-shirt and button-up on top. I think that this is a pretty familiar combo to a lot of people. Like my partner will often wear jeans, a graphic tee, and a flannel. I haven't necessarily done this combo with a t-shirt, but overall it's something that I'm pretty comfortable with. I don't think that this is my favorite version of it though, mostly because of the colors. The pants and the t-shirt are both earthy colors, so the blue and white shirt looks kind of stark against them. Also, I don't love the relative lengths of the t-shirt and the button-up. I would like it better with a longer layer on top. So it doesn't score super high, even though I like it better than the last outfit. I don't love how it looks, and I probably wouldn't wear it. I would try it with other pieces though, like just switching out the top layer for my favorite oversized button-up, but as is, it's another 1 out of 3. Switching to outfits that start with the button-up, we're pairing it with the skirt first. I do just want to mention that I am not someone who usually wears button-up shirts on their own. They're almost always an outer layer, and that's because I have a larger chest and button-up shirts usually aren't made to accommodate that, especially because they aren't stretchy. So when I get ones that fit my chest and that I can button, the overall fit ends up being kind of oversized, which to me just works better as an outer layer. This one is oversized but also cropped, so it kind of works on its own. But if I don't seem to like the next few outfits, it's not the outfit's fault. This is just not my favorite way to wear this type of shirt. That being said, I did like this pairing okay. I enjoy the way that the colors and patterns work together. It does run into the same thing that I mentioned wearing the t-shirt with the skirt, which is that it doesn't really have any definition at the waist. I do kind of wish that it were a bit more cropped or more fitted at the bottom because I would prefer that shape, but it's not bad. So as far as the rating, do I like how it looks? For the most part I do, but it could be better. Would I wear it? Maybe. If I am gonna wear a button-up on its own, then this might be the way, but it's still not my first choice of outfit. And would I try it with other pieces? I guess if I found a button-up that I do like wearing on its own, but I don't think that that's super likely. So all around it scores an it's fine out of 3, aka a 1.5. And now the button-up with pants and vest. Liz was saying that with the pieces she used, the overall look was kind of casual and 70s, but this formula could look more polished with other pieces. I don't know if I achieved either of those things. I can maybe see the 70s vibe a tiny bit, but I just don't think that my pieces work that well together. I don't know. Looking back at it, it looks okay on camera, but when I put it on, I just kind of felt like these pieces have different vibes and belong in different outfits. And it's another case where the base layer is a little bit too bulky for the vest, so even if I did like how it looked, it's just not that comfortable to wear. So the rating. Do I like how it looks? It's okay, I don't hate it. Would I wear it though? No, because the layering doesn't really work with the relative sizes of the pieces. And would I try it with other pieces? Similar to the last outfit, I don't think it's super likely that I'll find pieces that work better, but if I did, then I'd be open to trying it, I guess. 1 out of 3. Next, we're bringing back the skirt and adding the cardigan for some grandparent energy, as Liz described it. Even though this seems similar to the other pairing with just the shirt and the skirt, I do like this combo better, at least visually. The cardigan makes the shirt look a little bit less boxy, so I just enjoy the overall proportions of this outfit a bit more. And together these pieces have a very cozy vibe, like it's the kind of thing that you could wear to drink tea in the library on a rainy day. Maybe a bit too cozy for this time of year, but a good fall or winter outfit. So how does it score? Well, I like how it looks. As far as whether or not I would wear it, I actually don't think it's something that I would reach for that often, just because I tend to overheat easily, and having 2 long sleeve layers is a great way to make that happen. So unless I start working in a really cold office or something, this probably won't be my first choice. Trying it with other pieces might run into the same issue, so I don't think it's super likely that I'll do that, but not out of the question. So 2 out of 3. And then we're doing the button up under the sleeveless dress. Like I said before, I am used to layering things under this dress, but I wasn't sure how it would go this time, and I can't say that I really like how it turned out. Like, there's nothing objectively wrong with it other than the shirt being a little bit bulky, but it just really doesn't feel like me. I don't know if anyone else can see this, but to me, the shirt kind of takes the whimsy out of the dress and makes it feel a bit more school uniform, forced modesty, can't let anyone see my shoulders kind of thing, which is not the vibe that I want from an outfit. I only had to wear a school uniform for 2 years, but it gave me a lifelong distaste for polo shirts and modesty. So this one does not score very high. I don't like how it looks, at least on me. I think someone else could make it work, but I wouldn't wear it. And I'm not necessarily eager to try it with other pieces because I think that it might run into the same issues, but I do think it's possible that it could work, like with a more bright, fun button-up. So it scores a 0.5 out of 3. Moving on to the cute top outfits. First, it's getting paired with the button-up and pants. I feel like cute top, button-up, and pants is a combo that I wore quite a bit in college in like the late 20-teens, early 2020s. But the pants were skinny jeans and the tops were all from Maurice's, which was like the one store in my small hometown that had clothes that I liked. So these pieces are different, but the formula feels familiar in some ways. And this isn't my favorite version of it, but it's nice enough. The silhouette and the proportions work, it's just the color pairing that I don't like quite as much. Similar to the outfit with the t-shirt, pants, and button-up, the button-up kind of feels like the odd one out compared to the other colors, but I do like this combo a little bit better than that one. So for the score, do I like how it looks? Yeah, I like it well enough. Would I wear it? Maybe. I'm probably a little bit more likely to wear it with a different button-up, but there's a chance that I would wear it like this. And would I try it with other pieces? Yeah, definitely. This is a combo that has served me well, and I think that it will continue to. So 2.5 out of 3. And then we've got our most complex outfit with the cute top, pants, vest, and cardigan. The idea being that people might not layer as much with cute tops because they can bring a lot to an outfit on their own, but that doesn't mean that you can't do more with some layers. And I agree with that in theory, but I'm not sure how well it worked with these particular pieces, mostly because the vest and the cardigan are such similar colors, but otherwise very different. Like, I think if it were a green sweater vest, then that could be fun because it's almost like a play on a three-piece suit with a vest and a jacket, just the more relaxed version. But instead, their vibes kind of clash, so even though I like the silhouette and the colors, overall this isn't necessarily working for me. So how does it score? I like some parts of how it looks, but not everything about it. Would I wear it? I don't think so. I might do it with just the vest or with just the cardigan, but not with both of them. And would I try it with other pieces? Yeah, I think it could work if I switched out a couple things, so it's a 1.5 out of 3. Next, we're keeping the cute top and the vest, but with the skirt on the bottom. A cute top and skirt is definitely something that can work on its own, but the vest adds a little bit more dimension. And I ended up really liking this outfit. It's the first big win for the vest. The cute top isn't bulky, so it fits nicely underneath, whether or not the vest is zipped. Also, this feels like a great outfit for a Ren fair because the vest reminds me of how people often wear a corset on top of a historical/fantasy inspired outfit. They'll wear it with a puffy sleeve blouse and a long skirt, and it feels very whimsical. Obviously, this vest is not a corset, it doesn't have the boning or the laces, but when it's zipped part way, it kind of creates the same shape with being fitted under the bust area. And I really enjoy that vibe. Just because I only go to the Ren fair every other year doesn't mean that I can't dress like I'm going at other times. So this scores high, I like how it looks, I would wear it, and I would try it with other pieces. 3 out of 3. Then the cute top goes under the sleeveless dress. This is actually an outfit that I've worn before. I wore it in one of my videos reacting to the Hollow Taco cottagecore collection, but I'm pretty sure I've also worn it at least once another time. So honestly, not a whole lot to say about this. It's not like I had any thoughts before I put it on that changed once I actually wore it. I knew that I liked it. I still like it. It has kind of that slight cottagecore vibe with the florals and the soft colors. And also I feel like the sleeves are the most fun part of this top. So I appreciate that the dress, similar to the vest, doesn't cover those. So yeah, I like how it looks, I would wear it, and I would try it with other pieces. Like I said, I always do some sort of layering with this dress, so I'm definitely open to putting other cute tops under it. 3 out of 3. And last, the video kind of referred to this as a bonus outfit formula because it wasn't originally planned, but it's just adding a top layer over the cute top and dress, so either the cardigan or the button-up. I definitely like the cardigan with this outfit. I'm pretty sure that when I wore this dress and shirt for that Hollow Taco video, I had planned to wear the cardigan on top, but then I got too warm, so I didn't. So it's definitely something that I enjoy and would wear. I don't like the button-up with it quite as much, I think because of the length. It just kind of makes the outfit feel a bit top-heavy compared to the longer cardigan, but it's still a good combo. So for rating, I'm just gonna try to combine these into one score. I do like this outfit with the cardigan, and I like it okay with the button-up. Would definitely wear it with the cardigan, and might wear it with the button-up, and I would try this formula with other pieces, so that averages out to a 2.5 out of 3. Okay, so those are all the outfits. As far as my final thoughts after trying them, I think I learned that I don't like that one button-up very much, but other than that, I had a fun time trying all of these, figuring out how I might like to use some of those new pieces and how they fit in with my favorite clothes. Definitely found some outfits that I'll be wearing in the future. And what I really like about the beepworld outfit recipe videos is that they feel very accessible. She does sometimes have a more adventurous sense of style than I do, at least with the outfits that she puts together in some of her other videos, but the outfit recipe videos are more about taking basic pieces and combining them in ways that are still very wearable, but maybe something that you hadn't thought of before. Like if you usually wear a plain white t-shirt under your sleeveless dresses, maybe try a graphic t-shirt or a button-up. So I definitely recommend checking out beepworld for all sorts of style inspiration and also thrifting and crafting content. I mean, I would be kind of surprised if there are very many people who watch me but don't know about her, since she has a lot more subscribers, but if that's you, then go watch beepworld. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you to everyone who's watching till the end. Let me know in the comments what you think of the outfits that I tried, if you have a favorite, if you'd like to see more of this type of video, if you were inspired to try anything new with your own clothes. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would leave me a like or maybe even subscribe. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!